financial formulas. So there actually is a book for the class. Did you guys see that? Corey and I found it. It's just an online textbook that goes over this in detail.
Is it that whole, that
It's,
link right there?
yeah, it's in these links. Yeah, exactly.
Check that out.
It makes it seem more like it's just a overview. It's like the 101 text.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a
Doesn't
little
really
bit.
look-
There's
doesn't talk
it
about
doesn't get
Excel
it doesn't get much of the nitty gritty. No, you're not going to learn Excel from it. No.
So that's what you hope.
Yeah.
I read the 22 through 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this explanation.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, use the economic Excel functions provided in this week's reading. From week 2, edit to include reference to the reading for this equation, growth formula last week. Okay, so I think you and I did that, right? Ryan's. There's Jay. Yeah, Jay just has to do that. So let's get back and week 2. I better not have done what I think I did. Hang on. Week 3. Hang on. Come on, Leighton. Come on, baby. Okay, there we go. So here's what he's asking you to do. I think this is valuable for everybody because it sounds like Ryan Carson didn't do it. I just saw that Jay Moore didn't do it either in his. But I'm hoping you guys can do this. So these numbers at the top are all of those power functions that we just beat our head against the wall and typed in.
Yeah, you just copy and paste it.
There they are. I just copied and pasted my week 1 or week 2 assignment, whatever it was. And then I came down and actually used see the PV in there? There's no power anymore. There's a function in Excel that buries that whole thing. So it's much simpler, except it takes 4 arguments. And then there's a FP function, too, that takes 4 arguments. There's a PA that takes 3 arguments. There's an AP that takes 3 arguments. I didn't finish this one. This is what I want to show now. So I think we can see that these top 6 cells are all working, and if I just I'm going to make them a different color. They're too blue. So let's make them super light. So these 6 cells are, it still gets those same 3 arguments. You get the amount. Another way to think about this, if you want to tie it back to 213, it's kind of like the amplitude of the sine wave. It's the scale at which you're working, and we're working at the $10,000 level. If we were Bill Gates, that'd be $10 billion. If it was whoever the guy out begging in front of Albertsons, it'd be $1. but the function. So that's just sort of scaling the function. The 10 is the same. 10 years. You can see that every time I type something new in here, all the values change. And that's kind of the nice beauty of Excel, is you've got like 12 calculators working for you all at once. Yeah. Same thing here. I take this and I type in 1%. They all also change. You also see that I think I did the homework correctly in that the values are equal. But the formulas are different. This one is still that same big, long, nasty thing that I, again, got from not hyper engineering, just engineering toolbox. I think that's the nastiest looking one. But it basically says if I'm getting a certain amount per year, what's that worth to me right now? And so you can also see that that's why that's the biggest amount too, because I'm going to get $10,000 a year. If it's at 1% interest, it's the same as having $138,000 right now. Okay, and so let's just do, and this stuff down here, let me just show you, I mean, this is just my way of thinking. I don't know if this helps or not. But going from present to future, future to present, future to annuity, present to annuity, annuity to future, annuity to present. Those are really the only 6 ways you can combine those 3 variables in pairs. This is what the function looks like kind of in the textbooks. This is what all the accountants look at when they see it. So I know that, and I don't know how you want to think about this, but P to F, if I'm looking at that F on the far left side, it's almost like the same thing in your equations. You know, y equals mx plus b. The thing on the far left side is what you're trying to figure out.
Yeah, I'm saying the slash is from.
Yeah.
Not from.
Yeah, I mean, normally a mathematician would put parens around it,
Sense.
but that's one way to think about it. So P2F is the same as F from P. There you go. That's a good way to think about it. And then the only 2 other arguments the thing gets. So Corey, to answer your question, this is the factor.
Okay.
That thing right there is the factor. This is the function, and this is the MS Excel language, if you will. Yeah. So you can see, though, that there are really only 3 Microsoft Excel functions we're going to use. We're going to use FV, PV, and PMT. Now, whoever wrote Excel was thinking ahead enough and said, well, I'm going to confuse everyone even more if I use 6 functions. So how do I get around that? Well, this FV has 4 arguments. It's got the interest rate, the number of payments. Let's go back to our help, because we didn't actually do a help on this before. We should have. So let's just do FV function. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Sorry, this is so small. FV rate N per, that's number of periods, payments, the payment made each period, and then these last 2, the 2 in square brackets, those are optional. So the first 3 things, that's your I, that's your N, and that's your A, your amount. A is the bad one, but the big number, the big positive number. So PV is optional. It says, so the present value or the lump sum amount that a series is worth right now. If PV is omitted, it is assumed to be 0. So we could actually give this thing 5 values, but instead we're choosing to multiply the thing up front. And then type, optional, the number is 0, 1. That's where, where's the negative one? Shoot. FV, -1, PV. This is kind of strange. I'm a little confused now because I'm not sure why this is -1. So I don't see -1 as being one of the options. Let's scroll down and see if there's something else here. FV functions. Well, I'm gonna have to research that a little bit. I'm not. Are you guys seeing that at all, why it's a negative one? I mean, you
I don't see
know,
why it is, but
it's not clear from the help why it's where did we get those negative ones from?
Mm,
I mean, it works. I put it in there. It works just fine. Well, anyway, let's just kind of skip over that. And so what I'm showing here is there's three functions. You can either have 4 arguments or 3 arguments. I'm still a little baffled as to why there's a negative 1. But let's just use this last one that I have not yet calculated. So if I'm going A to F, this is A to F, right? So A to F. So I'm going to use equals FV. Let's just check it out. Equals FV. Now, since I typed the equals in, Excel's like, okay, give me this. I'm going to do some math for you. As soon as you type FV, it gives you a list. It says, well, there's only a few things in my vocabulary. One is just FV. This other one is FV schedule. I'm not sure what that is, but it doesn't matter. Open parens. And now it's going to say it. What's the rate? That's the little bold there. Make this bigger. What's the rate? Well, there's the rate. What's the number of periods? There's the number of periods. I just clicked on that. What's the payment? -1. Huh. Yeah, that's where that came in, didn't it?
because if you don't have a negative, it pumps out a negative.
Okay.
At least that's what I just found out.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the payment, comma, negative. Oh, you just hacked it? Nice. Interesting. Okay, so let's start over here. Equals that times what are we doing? A to F, yeah. Nope. Times AF. Oh, FV. Sorry, there's no such thing as AF. FV. Open paren, rate, comma, number of periods, comma, -1. Huh, okay, so there's a couple different ways to do it. You can stick in the amount into the formula itself, or if you just leave it as a -1, it gives you the positive value. So instead of, so if you go back up here, we started out by multiplying the amount up front times the formula.
okay.
These formulas, so let's look at one that just has 3 values. Yeah, it's that -1, all it's doing is flipping the value. It's just like I'm playing with $1. That's all I'm saying. I'm playing with $1. Instead, I could have not multiplied, because in every single one of these, I multiplied by the amount up front. I could, but instead, I stuck in the negative amount, I'd get the same answer. all I'm doing is playing with a dollar, and I'm multiplying out front instead of inside. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. There's two different ways to do the thing. Just like there's two different ways to do this. I could say that equals 5 caret 2, right? Equals power 5 comma 2. Two different languages, same answer. So I think you just want to play around with the dang things. They do work. I was able to do it, so.
Yeah, it's just the amount times the formula for FV or.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what Corey's question was, what's the factor? Okay, guys, so I just got a call from Jay Moore. He wants to see a couple little lectures on chapters 4 and 5 from this book. So I'll do my best to cover some of the stuff for 213. You guys keep plugging away on 214, and
You guys on two
see you next
thirteen
week.
too, or? You did 213 with me last semester, didn't you? Or last spring?
I did it